Turkey is observing a day of national mourning after a deadly and brazen terror attack. 42 people were killed, some 200 others were wounded at Istanbul's Ataturk airport. The airport is up and running again, and new details are emerging about how the three suicide bombers orchestrated the attack. CCTV's Stephanie Fried is live for us in Istanbul once again. Stephanie, what do we know about the three assailants and how they did it?
Well, we don't know yet their identities. We don't know who they were representing. No responsibility has been claimed yet. But the new information that is coming out that we're hearing is that, well, let's go backwards. People are asking, how did they breach security? How did three people breach security of one of the more secure airports in the world? Yes, it's heavily trafficked. Yes, Ataturk has, according to one statistic I read, 7,000 people per hour coming into the airport, but it's secure. A good amount of security on the perimeters, at the entrances, X-ray screenings, multiple X-ray screenings for passengers even before they get to check-in. So how did they do it? Well, the new information that we're getting is that perhaps one of these suicide bombers blew him or herself up outside the terminal, presenting as a decoy. That distracted the security apparatus at the airport, allowing the other two to go into the airport, wreak havoc, create chaos, open fire, and then, of course, blow themselves up. Now, hours later, the airport was shut down for many hours, and then hours later began operating again, opened up for flights incoming, outgoing, in an attempt at normalization. But the scene there was anything but normal, and a day later, the people in Turkey are feeling anything but normal. That is absolutely obvious when listening to some of the eyewitnesses who were inside the terminal when the attacks happened. Here's what a few had to say.
He had hidden the gun over here, and he's taken it out, and he's shooting up 2 times, and he's beginning to shoot the people like that.
People were shooting on one side, and we all ran the other way, and then the bombs went off, and people started running the other way, and there's more shooting.
There's images you have from Paris and from Orlando that they come around and shoot you now. And so it's a scare you have that they're coming for you. And this is a terrible feeling, you know, that you might die.
But a day after an attempt at normalization, flights resuming, but again, the country is in mourning. The flags are flying at half-mast. People are in mourning. They're in shock, and they don't understand. They're having a hard time grappling with the fact that if this is an ISIL-related attack, it will be the 4th one in this country during this past year. And there's a lot of fear that comes along with that. Again, shock and mourning. Asiye?
And strong words from Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. What did he have to say? He made a statement yesterday, and he made some comments again today.
That's right. He was making the comments at the iftar. That's the traditional meal that is had after fasting. This is the holy month of Ramadan. And he had very strong words for the perpetrators of these attacks. But he was also trying to encourage the country and also show a very bold face to the world that this will not keep Turkey down, that Turkey will build an even larger airport than the one behind me, and essentially trying to keep fear at bay. Let's listen to what he had to say.
Turkey is under attack from the world's bloodiest terror groups, and it is going through a difficult test. I have no doubt whatsoever that we will overcome this terror group, and these terror attacks.
Now, again, Asiye, there has been no claim of responsibility yet for these attacks. However, the government here is pointing the accusatory finger toward ISIL. And why is that? First of all, experts are looking at the footage, at the closed-circuit footage, and they're weighing up the acts, the habits, the modus operandi, and comparing that to previous ISIL attacks. Also, quite frankly, ISIL said that they were going to carry out attacks during the holy month of Ramadan. And also, because Turkey has been an active supporter of the U.S.-led coalition strikes on ISIL in Iraq and Syria, this could be retribution. So again, no claim yet, no claim of responsibility, but the Turkish government is pointing the finger at ISIL. Asiye.
Stephanie Fried live in Istanbul. Thank you.